All right, welcome back to Heath's house, where we do a little bit of everything all the time, and it usually turns out right. This time, I've got another honey super to put on, so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna check these girls again. There's one, honey. So I'm gonna get suited up, and I wanna actually pull a frame out from inside of here. So we're gonna swap that out and see how the girls are doing below the honey super. All right, so pop the top. Oh yeah, these girls doing good. This is awesome. Man, this is just full in here. I gotta bring you all over for this. It is just packed full of bees. Let's see, I'm gonna set this right here because this one's just got the honey in it. Set that right there. Oh God, this thing's getting heavy already. Nice. All right, let me bring you back over again. So got a little bird comb going on in here. We'll clean that up. So now I'm gonna pull this one off and set it on these two logs I just put here, pieces of wood, because the frame I want to switch out is down here. This thing is probably gonna be very heavy. And it is stuck together. There it goes. Man, this thing's stuck together. All right. I'm just lifting this whole thing up. There it goes. All right, I'm gonna have to unhook the front, I guess. There it goes. Oh Lord. I gotta show you guys this. So they needed some drones, and they've put the drones all up in here. I'm gonna pull this off and give you guys a little bit more of a tour real quick. All right, so like I said, they needed some drones, and the reason this was so stuck together is, well, this wax here was connected to the frames down there at the bottom of this, and so we just ripped them apart. I'm actually gonna scrape all this off and feed it to my chickens, but right now we're gonna look for mites, because this is the drone brood, is where the mites like to go because it's bigger and they stay in there longer. Thing is, I don't see any. This is so awesome. I'll go back through and look again once I'm done, but my chickens are gonna be happy right now. Yeah, I don't see any mites. Anyways, that's a lot of bees. And that's a lot of bees. All right, well that was pretty cool. So now I'm gonna use this. And there's my smoker. I am gonna smoke this time because there's a lot of bees on here. Need to get them off. Oh man, actually, it was too bad. There was one that was getting ready to hatch. So let's see here. That guy right there, he was just getting ready to hatch out. He didn't make it this time. Feel kind of bad for that. But if they're putting drone up here, they have some frames down here they can put drone on. So if they're putting drone up here, they might be thinking about swarming. So I got to definitely get them some more space. Oh yeah, my chickens are gonna love this. So the comb, oh nope, all that has drones in it, never mind. I was gonna save some of this, it looked like it didn't have drone in it, and I was gonna save that for me, but this stuff over here doesn't have drone in it, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this right here. And this frame right here, the one I'm getting the bird comb off, is just honey and stuff. And it's a it's a medium frame, and I want to get it out, so they put comb on the large frame, deep frame I brought. And I'll use this medium frame that's full of honey and pollen right now. And I'll use that in case we do end up doing a split or anything. But I want them to draw out, that deep with comb right now, and they got a lot of sources of pollen and honey, nectar. Yeah, but look at all that. That's just drone brood. My chickens are gonna scarf that up. There's another good look at one of the drones. See his little eyes? Yeah, they got drone brood everywhere sticking out. I'll pull some of these out in a second. I'm gonna clean the top of this one off really quick. I'm going to pull this outside one off, then I'm going to pull this one off and I'm going to replace it. This one's just got some wonky comb on it, that's it. It's got some on this side, but all right. So when I pull this frame out, you're going to see that the bottom of it isn't actually a frame at all. It's because this is a medium. This was from the original nuke. Like, holy shit, this is heavy. Oops, guess I'll have to edit that out. So that's this frame, and you can see all that down there. You see how those comb on the bottom are bigger? Go to this side. All right, so that bottom comb is for drones. So I don't know why they're building it up top, but oh yeah, they got a bunch of larvae down there, so I'll have to give that to the chickens too. But I'm gonna pull this out so I can put a real deep in there. All right, I'm gonna set that there for now to get all the bees out of there. And then I'm gonna replace it with this one. But I'm gonna look around a little bit first. Oh yeah, I gotta clean that out. So because of that is only a medium frame, that all that depth on the bottom, they've attached comb to the sidewall here. So this deep frame won't actually go in this thing right now. Nice job, dude. Nice job, dude. Yeah, so see this? That was attached to the sidewall. And there's no brood in that, so I'm gonna actually save this to melt down. And then I gotta do that again on the other side. My gloves are all sticky, so I'm gonna put some some smoke on it to distract them. Yeah, that's just pretty comb right there. So this is just, oh, that's just a ton of pollen. This is an awesome food source right here. There's some honey up in this top corner, but that is a lot of pollen. And then you see some capped honey, some fresh nectar, and a bunch of pollen in that one too. Trying to keep my smoker going this time. All right, so this next frame is also one from the original nuke, which is a medium. Now we got to start being careful. Yeah, there's a lot of brood in this one. I'm not gonna touch this one actually. I'll bring you guys over here though, show you. All right, so that there is brood right here, and then you got some pollen stores and nectar right there. Yeah, that's some brood up in there. Sorry, I'm looking at the thing and not paying attention to the camera. But that's looking good. But you got brood all the way down in there. And this side's the same way. This is so cool. All right, so I'm gonna slowly push this back together. Hold on, kiddo, I gotta put this back together. So I'm just gonna go slowly, and it'll let the bees squeeze out of the way. Yeah, so there's drone. That whole bottom of that frame down there is just drone brood. I was gonna pick it up to show you, but there's too much brood on there, and I really don't want to take a chance at hurting my queen right now, so. And then I'm gonna put this in. Oh wow, look at all the bees on this already. That's good. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna put this in here. I think this one bee's really liking me. All right, same thing. I'm gonna scoop. Scoop this over gently. Then we're going to put this one back in. Let's see if I can get over in front of the camera. Oh yeah, see him right here? That's one of the, where'd he go? See if he comes up my face. He's one of the guard bees though. Oh, he went backwards. He's staying over by that. But if you look and you see one going like this, yeah, he's just telling me to leave him alone. But we didn't see any hive beetles, which is awesome. The bottom of this probably needs to get cleaned out. But I don't want to tilt it too much because we got the queen's in one of these boxes. She's laying brood on this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I can't really see this one. But that's 1, 2, 3. That's 5 combs right there. And in here, she's most likely laying because she was last time. Last time she had eggs on the 3rd one in and the 4th one in. So that's another 1, 2, 3. That's another 5 combs she was laying on. So that's like 10 combs. I mean, 10 frames that she's been laying on so far. Man, this thing is heavy. All right, there we go. Just wanted to. Sucker's heavy. There. All right, there we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this off. I'm gonna get the smoker so I don't smash any of them. Good news, anything that falls through, you don't want to leave this stuff on the ground because other animals will get it and it'll cause other animals to come around. But my chickens go through here underneath this chicken coop, the bee nest, and they clean up everything for me, so I don't really have to worry about that. Dude, hold on. And so this box is all deeps. These are all new. It was just the nuke I got was a medium nuke. And when you get I get a new beehive coming in April or so, and that one is gonna run. I'm gonna run all mediums on it, and then I'm gonna compare the two, see how they do. And I'm doing a little bit of damage to the bottom of these comb on the frames by here, but these bees will have this cleaned up in no time. I'm just trying to get this out so it doesn't stick together. That's pretty cool. All right, now that I got that cleaned up, I'm gonna actually get my camera and show you all a picture of this. All right, let's get it lifted back up. Oh. Yeah, this box can weigh like 70 pounds full, and it's basically full. But let's see here. Is that a good angle? Yeah. All right. You can see all those things. Those are pretty cool, huh? But yeah, there's just a bunch. All this drone comb was in there in between the two. And that's pretty crazy because, like I said, oh, that thing's heavy. There's several frames in there that are just full of drone comb anyways. All right, I'm gonna get this thing back together now. And I want to make the bees go down off the edge. Once I pick this thing up, it's heavy, it's going on. I'm not gonna be able to be extremely gentle with it, but we'll just have them go down in. All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, that sucker's heavy. And that is why a lot of people do mediums. Or a lot of people actually only do one brood box with a deep, but I want to do two. Scoot this back over a little bit. There we go. All right. Come on, girls. Get out of the way. Come on. There we go. And I'm actually taking the empty honey super, which is right here, and I'm going to put it below this one that's got honey in it, because now they're going to have to work their way through. And space these out a little bit. I'm just spacing these out a little bit instead of being butted up against each other. Not very much spacing because, well, there's about a little bit extra room, but these really are just for honey. I'm not going to do a ton of inspecting on these except for maybe the end one. And if they want to make the comb a little bit bigger and put a little bit more honey in it, well, that's good for everybody. All right. Let me see what I did there. So you see a little bit of space in between each of the end caps there. That's all I did, is I spaced it out a little bit evenly. And And I'm going to put this honey super back on top. Oops. So when this is full, these can weigh 50 to 70 pounds each. So you're looking at 100 to 140 pounds right there. And I think these weigh like 30 to 50 pounds, something like that. I'll have to get the exact measurements, but I think these weigh like 30, 50 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds. So I mean, you're looking at over 200, 250 pounds of weight just with these boxes. And most likely, we're gonna throw another one on top of this. So I'm gonna close these girls back up. That's good. Yep, I'm ready. Hold on. I leave this pushed forward so their entrance at the top is open. There we go. That is all the drone comb that was in between the frames that I pulled out. I'm gonna go feed this to the chickens. All right, girls. Little dessert. So I did have to cut the drone brood out, which is kind of sad, but it was awesome because we got to see that there were no mites that we could see, and I'll go back through this video and double check that, but I didn't see any. And now we're feeding it to the chickens, and the chickens are going to give us delicious eggs that we'll have for breakfast, and maybe we'll even make some sourdough English muffins to put some of the honey on top. This is wonderful. Anyways, thank you for stopping into Heath's house. I appreciate you all coming by and checking out these videos. And I hope you keep doing it. And if you see something or you want to see something, let me know and I'll get around to it. See y'all later. Bye. Well, I figured I'd add this in. I told you they'd come over and clean it up. As I was walking out, they came running over here and are checking to see what I did. And these guys help with the small hive beetles as well, because the larva has to go into the ground and then it hatches and comes out, and that's when it goes back into the hive. And these ladies, they disrupt that cycle and eat them all. So cool. Well, that'd make a good blooper right there.